How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Riddler, and we have brand new rumors and riddles from none else than Riddler Khu. Now, if you do not know who Riddler Khu is, I'm going to quickly explain who he is. He's an individual that last year for Legends Arceus and Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl essentially ended up leaking real information. He actually gave us real info last year, and his riddles have been legitimate for a while now. So he gave us information about, for example, Hisuian Zoroark before it was revealed, and many more Pokemon for Legends Arceus. And he's back again with some new info. So I thought we'd take a look at it. Let's get started. So, first things first. But before we get into any of those riddles, the first one we've got to take a look at is this one right here. This is something that I was sent privately by a viewer, an individual who received this from another friend of theirs. Now, again, remember with these sort of things, you should always assume that they are fake, okay? Just always assume that. But this one is a bit interesting. Now, the quality of this one is solid. It looks like a scan of a picture. It looks like a scan of one because you can tell if you actually look at the original photo that it's like part of it looks like it's just been directly scanned from a paper. But as for what it is, it's basically a Spritzee. And like I said, this was sent to me privately, so I don't know if this is out there or not. I will be sharing this like in this video for you guys to look at, because I asked the individual, is it okay if I share it? They said yes, so I thought, okay, let's share it. But what is it? It's a Spritzee that looks to be a fire type in this case, with possibly a ghost typing as well of sorts, something along those lines, because it's definitely shooting out fire. You can tell that from like the flame up here, and you can also see that there's like another flame right down here. And of course, the obvious orange reddish color that you've got going on kind of gives that away with, you know, just the general design. Other than that, does this look legitimate? Yes, this is up there on that level of, like, you know, Sugimori art, like that Pokemon style of Pokemon art. It is up there, okay? It is 100% up there. But is it real? I don't really know, okay? I don't really know, because with these things, it is way too hard to, like, assume one thing or another. And we've had too many of these recently for me to think this one is real. I'm gonna say it's fake, but I honestly kind of hope I'm wrong, because I wouldn't mind a fire-type Spritzee. Like, it actually would be pretty interesting, and I wonder if they could give it a brand new evolution. Like, some of these Pokemon I would never use in my wildest imagination. Spritzee, to me, regular Spritzee, not this one, regular, is boring. I just don't care for it. And its evolution or whatever, you know, I mean, my point is, okay, I know so little about Spritzee because I don't care about it. They give it a regional variant, and on top of that, gave it a brand new evolution, possibly, with that regional form. That would be interesting. That would be a direction to go in. And this one right here, I want to know your thoughts and opinions. Because like I said, this was sent to me privately. I asked for permission if I can, you know, share this with you guys, post this, etc. And the response was, yes, you can share it. Go right ahead. And so I did. I shared it. And I want to know what you guys just think about this one. What are your thoughts? What are your opinions? Let me know. And that's gonna be that, lads. What do you guys think about this one? Is it real? Is it fake? Is it, you know, what is it? I want to know your thoughts and opinions. But that's gonna be it for this video. So yeah, well, let's continue over to the next part, which is the riddles. He posted two different tweets, this tweet right here and this tweet right here. We're gonna start with this tweet because this, I feel like, is the one that's more important for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. But here's what he says: are you ready? A sneak peek at XXX for next month. Due to Golden Week, we're gonna dump them tomorrow. Interesting. So Golden Week, if you don't know what that is, it's this, like, week in Japan. It's called Golden Week. It's like a sports week almost, where, like, basically students and whatnot, they have time off, or they do sports activities and stuff like that, as far as I remember. But basically, like, nobody's, like, you know, it's like one of those few times where Japanese people actually do take a break, so they don't overwork themselves to infinity. But this is what he's saying here, is that due to Golden Week, gonna dump them tomorrow. So I guess tomorrow we will see what he's referring to here. We'll see, like, what this strange, like, you know, set of riddles is all about. But this image that he posted is quite interesting, and I want to break down what we can see in this one. So let's start with the first thing. His background here, whatever he's looking at, whoever's background this, like, I guess this is his background, but whatever it is, first of all, the background, we've got clouds. Now, I don't know if it's just literal real-life clouds, or just from his background, something's very specific, or, I mean, I really don't know where these clouds are from. That's the first thing. Next thing is this right up here. Now, what you can see right there on teaser 1, it's an image of what looks to be a black bull, okay, inside of one of those, like, matador stadiums, right? So basically, bullfighting is one of the first things you can see. Teaser 2 here is scratched out. And then, of course, down here, we have something called Poke Tools, You can see that right here. You got Poketools. Right next to that, you got some Japanese text, which, or Chinese text, I think. Actually, that's Chinese. That's not Japanese, I'm pretty sure. But some text there's, you know, which seems to show a picture of what could be just a Legends Arceus picture in there. Then it says mini icons. We got Numpy. Then again, more text we don't know. And then Nest 1, which, again, no clue what any of this could be referring to. But a lot of people are trying to interpret what this could be about. Of course, the first thing is Tauros. Everybody's, you know, pointing out that the bullfighting thing is one of the first things that we have seen. So a lot of people are assuming a bullfighting form or something like that, regionals in some way or shape, could be happening. But apparently, he said in May it's going to be numbers. Riddles with numbers leaks with regionals. Now, a few numbers we have seen here are basically the only numbers we have seen is, well, the 1 and the 2 in teaser 1 and 2. And then we also have the fact that there is down there with the Poketools. And then we don't really know what those other, like, letters are. There is Numpy, which could be the name of a new Pokemon, or just some gibberish, or something that's related to something totally different, or a term that I just never have heard before. Don't really know, but there's not really like much else being mentioned beyond that. So I'm really curious. I don't know, like I'm really wondering what's going on. And somebody actually found the image he's using there, but a different perspective of it, which is this like pink colored Matador, I'm guessing, just getting yoinked by a bull. But yeah, so I haven't really seen anybody point anything very specific out. There is somebody who's been trying to kind of I guess sort of increase the, what do you call it, the vibrance or whatever you want to, I'm actually not sure what it's called, but basically in Photoshop there's a tool you can use that will increase the light on the actual like area where it's been like kind of, you know, where he's put the red stuff, the red paint, and you can kind of see what's almost going on. So we don't really know what he's hinting here, but whatever it is, it's going to be interesting. Okay, I'm curious because bullfighting is clearly being, you know, shown in teaser 1 there. And then teaser 2, whatever that could be, I really can't tell from the stuff so far. It's an interesting situation. But in total, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A total of 8 items on the screen here. You know, if you count in total and don't count the background. But you got a total of 8 items. Don't know if that has anything to do with any possible things going on. But, ladies and gentlemen, once we have more information about this specific post, I will let you know. Next, let's move on to this post right here. So this was also by Riddler Khu. But this has nothing to do with the main stuff that we're used to with Scarlet and Violet. This has actually got to do with the Pokemon anime, Pokemon Journeys, where he says, I don't watch anime, but they are the 8 masters in Journeys. And a lot of people are saying, did he really just leak it? And what a lot of people notice here is the ones he included are basically all champions, right? So you've got Leon, you've got Cynthia, you got Iris, you got Lance, you got Steven, and the lady that I cannot remember the name of from Generation 6, I think. I have no clue what her name is. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what her name is. But nonetheless, my point is, this really features almost all the like actual champions. I mean, you can even see down here, somebody says like, you know, Kanto and Johto share a league, right? So you'd already have Lance for that. You've got Hoenn with Steven, you got Sinnoh with Iris, you got Sinnoh with, not Iris, with Cynthia, and then Unova with Iris. Sorry, my brain is going crazy. That lady up there, which I just don't, X and Y are the only games Pokemon that I just don't remember anything about. Just watched a Let's Play of it. Never even played those specifically. Every other, yes. That one game, no. Don't know. Like, I just couldn't afford it at the time, so I never went back. Because I just watched a Let's Play of it. I was like, oh, this is good enough. But yeah, so either way. And then, of course, you have Ash, which is technically logical because he is the guy who did, like, you know, technically win the league in, right, like, you know, Sun and Moon, so in Galar, right? So it makes sense, right? It's interesting. It's interesting how this is all lined up. But I don't know about, like, you guys. Like, I don't know. Do we trust this? Like, do we trust this? So I don't really know, man. This is very interesting because a lot of these characters have already shown up. A lot of these characters have already, like, you know, battled him and stuff like that. But I really wonder if this is actually legitimate. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. Again, that's the thing with Riddler Khu. You have to be very, like, cautious with his stuff because it can be very strange the way he kind of hints things, but it is what it is, though. So that's one of the things we had there. Next, we have this right here, which is an interesting little thingy. So another possibility of what the Box Legends, and if you don't know who this is, Soul Silver Art, he is essentially a leak analyst, a term that I coined for people that essentially just analyze leaks and stuff like that to try to come to a conclusion of what's going on. But basically, he came through with some information or his thoughts alongside the Drake, which, by the way, amazing guy, one of the artists I've worked with in the past. But basically, he put together this theory for fun that basically could the new legendaries be based on the Basque god myths, Mari and Sugar. If you speak Italian, please watch my friend Drake's video. He found this connection and drew them, and basically there's this interesting connection he made here of Mari, also called Mari Uraka. And could it be possible that we could see some because you gotta remember, they don't usually base the legendaries on actual mythology from the region that they're, making the whole region of, right? So basically what I'm trying to say is this, in some way, the way they always say it is like this. Basically, when they do things like, when they make these legendaries and stuff, the way they do it is by essentially, taking mythology from a totally different place. For example, Generation 6, right? Based on France. Literally based on France. But Generation 6 had legendaries that were based on Norse mythology, right? With essentially the world tree and all that, which is Norse mythology. It has nothing to do, okay, with French or Spanish, French or anything like that type of mythology. It has nothing to do with that. It literally has everything to do with Norse mythology, but those two are not connected, right? So my point is that just because they're basing this place on Spain, Portugal, the Iberian Peninsula as a whole, it doesn't mean that they're going to base every piece of lore and stuff based on that mythology from there. So just keep that in mind. Could they use Italian mythology? Hell to the yes. Yes, they can. Of course they can. We're talking about Game Freak here. They've done it before. So just keep that in mind. And of course, I want to include this because somebody actually, I don't know, has been going against this idea that they leave weird hints in previous games, which you gotta understand, they do. They often do. Pokemon generations are planned ahead, a long time ahead. And somebody noticed something interesting, that if you look at the main character from Pokemon Sun and Moon, his shoes look oddly similar. Oddly similar to Fuecoco's face. I'm just saying, okay? There is always a chance. You never know, alright? You never know. Because you gotta remember, they do leave these hints way ahead of time. Sometimes they really do leave these hints way ahead of time. So if you think it's crazy, trust me, it isn't crazy. They've done it before. Here even, with the kind of design of the hair of the character, somebody said, also notice that the girl hair flicks and top of shirt looks like Sprigatito's head fluff and neck. So anything is possible. I just wanted to bring this one up because honestly it was more of a fun one, more of a goofy one. Just thought you guys would enjoy it. So yeah, there you go, ladies and gents. That is that. And that's going to be the end of the video. If you guys did enjoy it, as per usual, make sure to drop a like down below. And I want to know more than anything, what do you guys think about Riddler Khu's riddles here? Do you see anything, a Tauros regional form? Is that what's happening? Is it something else? I don't know, but I want to know. So let me know. Thank you for watching. I will see you on the next one. Peace out and bye-bye.